Fair Use Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. August 31st. A unique program. Alcoholics Anonymous will never have a professional class. We have gained some understanding of the ancient words, freely ye have received, freely give. We have discovered that at the point of professionalism, money and spirituality do not mix. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 166. I believe that Alcoholics Anonymous stands alone in the treatment of alcoholism because it is based solely on the principle of one alcoholic sharing with another alcoholic. This is what makes the program unique. When I decided that I wanted to stay sober, I called a woman who I knew was a sober member of AA, and she carried the message of Alcoholics Anonymous to me. She received no monetary compensation, but rather was paid by staying sober another day herself. Today I could ask for no payment other than another day free from alcohol. So in that respect, I am generously paid for my labor. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, August 31st. I have often tried to change other people to suit my own desires. I knew what I needed, and if those needs weren't met, the problem was with the other person. I was looking for someone who would always be there for me, but would not impose on me very much. Looking back, it's almost as if I were looking for a pet rather than a human being. Naturally, this outlook put a strain on my relationships. In Al-Anon, I have learned there is a difference between what I expect and what I need. No one person can be all things to me. Once again, I'm faced with examining my own attitudes. What do I expect, and is that expectation realistic? Do I respect other people's individuality, or only the parts that suit my fancy? Do I appreciate what I do receive? Today's reminder: trying to change other people is futile, foolish, and certainly not loving. Today, instead of assuming that they are the problem, I can look at myself to see what needs changing within. There's a quote from Thomas Merton, and it reads, "The beginning of love is to let those we love be perfectly themselves, and not to twist them to fit our own image." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, August 31st. Gratitude. Hopeless living problems have become joyously changed. Our disease has been arrested, and now anything is possible. Basic text, page 106. The NA program has given us more freedom than we ever dreamed possible. Sometimes, though, in the daily routine, we lose track of how much we've been given. How exactly have our lives changed in Narcotics Anonymous? The bottom line of recovery, of course, is freedom from the compulsion to use. No longer must we devote all our resources to feeding our addiction. No longer must we endanger, humiliate, or abuse ourselves or others just to get the next fix. Abstinence itself has brought great freedom to our lives. Narcotics Anonymous has given us much more than simple abstinence. We've been given a whole new life. We've taken our inventory and have identified the defects of character that bound us for so long, keeping us from living and enjoying life. We've surrendered those shortcomings, taken responsibility for them, and sought the direction and power we need to live differently. Our home group has given us the personal warmth and support that helps us continue living in recovery. And topping all that off, we have the love, care, and guidance of the God we've come to understand in NA. In the course of day-to-day recovery, we sometimes forget how much our lives have changed in Narcotics Anonymous. Do we fully appreciate what our program has given us? Just for today, recovery has given me freedom. I will greet the day with hope, grateful that anything is possible today. Today, Emotions Anonymous, August 31st. Reflection for today. One of the most difficult growth periods we are apt to experience is the loss of a friend. This person is not able to go along with us on our journey or self-discovery and healing. The loss can cause a great deal of pain and sadness. Yet if we remain open, we will be aware that our higher power has put a new relationship in our path, someone who can give us the care and nurturing we need to continue growing. We need friends to support and nurture us, particularly through difficult times. Without a caring friend, we may not be able to learn about a part of ourselves we need to discover. Meditation for today. May I be the kind of friend I would like others to be for me. Today I will remember, to have a friend, I need to be a friend. I will be accepting and non-judgmental of my friends. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. August 31st. Grandchildren of alcoholics. More and more people are identifying as grandchildren of alcoholics. Technically, these GCOAs are ACAs. They were raised by parents who passed on the disease of family dysfunction without having alcohol in the home. BRB, page 56. Footnote. Some of us have wandered through life wondering why we had so many problems. Our childhoods were not filled with alcoholism or addiction, and yet there was a dark cloud over our homes. We couldn't talk openly. We couldn't be ourselves. There was a lot of confusing behavior. We received punishments that didn't make sense. We had to watch out for ourselves. Sometimes our parents were available, but often they were full of rage or confusion, or they seemed to mentally check out. The first time we heard the laundry list in a meeting, we related to many of the characteristics even though no one drank or used drugs at home. We felt the need to be there. We heard others share and realized that ACA embraces all of us simply because we walked in the door. Working step 1 gave us an opportunity to draw a family tree. We soon saw the connection, alcoholism and addiction in past generations. The disease of family dysfunction was like a legacy. This helped us stop wondering if we belonged so we could focus on recovering. The affirmation reads, "On this day, even if I can't pinpoint where there might have been addiction in my family, I know I belong in this program. I will use all the tools available to me to recover from my family's not so unique dysfunction." Please share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be. To remember that you are not alone and that recovery is possible, one day at a time.